What's going on, man? What's going on? Like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, so you'll be notified every time I upload. If you're new to the channel, I'm somebody that I go over in NBA, in NFL, MLB, and NBA slates. Throwing out my picks, whether it's Prize Picks, Caesars, uh, uh, DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever the case may be. Uh, Point out a few things and plays I like, and a few informational, a lot of decent little information. So, that's just about sums it up, man. Hopefully you all had a good day yesterday. Took the day off. When I don't upload a video, I'm either fading that slate or I'm just simply taking the day off. I faded that slate yesterday, although I did take Montage K's because what we do, we take K's versus Miami in the right spot and the Angels in the right spot. We've been doing it all year. You know what I'm saying? So we've been eating like that. Either way it goes, yeah. Let's jump right into it. Talk about surprise picks, Caesars. Today looks like a outs day for me, man. I'm uh I'm contemplating on a lot of outs, so that's gonna push me over to DraftKings. And yesterday, I did do that video with the same game parlay X for them, so you can go check that out. If you don't know about it, now you know. All right, so let me see. Let me pull up a screen here. Yeah, let me zoom out. There we go. Let's get on the first game on the docket here, and we're looking at Baltimore Orioles at Cleveland Guardians here. We got an over under 8 in this spot here. Um, Baltimore, I mean Cleveland, they've been hitting these righties, okay. All right, they've been hitting righties okay all season long. Um, Baltimore, on the other hand, they've been pests. They've been pests, so we got Quattro on the mound, we got Watkins on the mound, then we got a over under 8 in this spot here. Quantrill, on the other hand, he's somebody who's been, you know, the K rate is not up there for him, but he's been pitching a lot of innings, So, you know, uh, I'm gonna have some interest in his outs. Now, this coincides. Whenever I say outs, it coincides with Prize Picks. Prize Picks don't bring the outs out early enough for me. So right now, the outs are not out right now, and I told you I'm gonna like a lot of outs. So I'll head over here to DraftKings Sportsbook, and I'll pull up some outs here. So what I would do here, I would come over to MLB, hit the pitcher props, and you got strikeouts, outs recorded, record a win, hits allowed, walks, earned runs, and yada yada yada. I'll just click the outs recorded tab here, and once I click the outs recorded tab, it's going to let me know. It's going to pull up everybody's outs for the day. Okay, so or if I click the strikeouts, then it's going to pick up everybody's strikeouts, wins, whatever. So it's easier, a little bit easier to navigate between each column. Now, for some reason, they took the outs down, or was they out? Or I wrote down if his outs come out at 17 and a half, which is 6 innings, I'm willing to take a stab there. He's hit that. He's won 6 innings or better, and one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. His 7 out of his last 9 games. So I can't talk you off of that. All right. Um, as far as the side here, uh, I don't know if I'm going to be betting a side here, man. If I do take a side, it would probably be Cleveland or nothing. But it's hard for me to go against Baltimore. I don't know how they do it, but they do end up doing it there. You got a full strikeout prop for Quantrill. He's hit it frequently throughout the season on Prize Picks, but it could end up being a push and a 31.5 fantasy score. I do expect him to go at least 6 innings, or at least 5.5 or 6 innings. You get 3 for each inning. If he goes 6 innings, that's going to end up being 18 fantasy points just right there. If you can find out a way to get a quality start, and a win. That's an extra 10 points, but also give up like 2 or 3 runs, and not even talking about the Ks, maybe 3 or 4 Ks, might be able to get that 31.5 fantasy score there. But I'll keep it moving. All right. St. Louis Cardinals at Cincinnati Reds here. We got an over under a 10 in the spot here. Uh, St. Louis Cardinals are on the road. Small ballpark here. Cincinnati. We got Hudson and Dunn on the mound here. Uh, this St. Louis team, they can put up runs, man, especially when you got Arenado and Goldsmith hitting over 300 versus righties. You know what I'm saying? But they still hitting 300, unlike Goldie. He's hitting 400 versus lefties, but that's neither here nor there. I expect runs to be put up in this one here. I see Vegas expects the runs to be put up in this one here. I'll be looking probably towards some bats for a couple hits. Uh, if I just had to pick a side, it would be St. Louis Cardinals. Uh, maybe a line total parlay thing, and that's something that you could look at there. Let me see. Uh, uh, let's see. Since I expect runs to be put up on here on both sides too as well. Let me see a line total. Mm, let me get even if you want to use this as a parlay piece. I mean, a St. Louis Cardinals plus 1.5 over 7.5. I don't mind that because you're gonna give them 1.5 at a parlay piece at minus 165. Um, you can go with the minus 1.5 over 7.5 and a plus 110. Those are a few bets right there. I don't mind getting to the over 1.5, or I mean the minus 1.5 or the plus 1.5. So either way you want to look at it, man, depends on what you're trying to do to these books. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Maybe Arenado total basis or something like that. That's not a realm possibility. Shane McClanahan, you can see I got him up there, right there on my in the background here. Yeah. So we got an over under 6.5 in this spot here. We got Lozado and McClanahan on the mound here. Uh, Tampa Bay Rays are minus 215 favorites here. Okay, plenty of strikeouts versus lefties in this lineup for the Marlins here. Uh, I could just, there's plenty. So with that being said, I'm gonna like a lot about this game here about McClanahan. I'll tell you that right now. Lozardo, he's got K stuff as well, so don't get that twisted. You see the total is sitting at 6.5 here. If I'm taking a side, it's gonna be Tampa Bay Rays or nothing, and I'm looking at the K's. Of course, they're gonna have McClanahan strikeouts juiced up. Well, 6.5 is not bad right now. So what are you gonna get? His play performance doubles starting off at 7. Okay, all right, I can get down with that. A minus 215. First half. What about the first half? A first half result, the same thing as a minus a half, like a spread. And you can also put that in same game parlays on on um um on on FanDuel here. And then if you want to knock some of that juice down with that minus 140, I can easily throw that over there. And then I can come back over here to, because I do think they get them in the first half, at least minus a run. So, that's something that you can look at there. And like I said, I can knock that 40 cent down with an alternate strikeout prop, maybe about 4. If my computer wouldn't stop acting slow, I might got too much shit going on over here. Either way it goes, let's see. Alternate strikeouts. 5Ks, first half, minus 102. You know what I'm saying? Something like that is not out of the realm of possibilities. Over here on DraftKings, what I will be doing, I'm taking a stab at the outs here. I mean, it could be tricky. They could be tricky. So they took it down. Damn. Wait a minute. Why? Its outs was sitting at 18.5. They getting ready to nerf it, man. Well, I got it at 18.5 at plus 120, man. So they getting ready to nerf it, man. Straight up. I hope it hits, but I hope it hits. They getting ready to nerf it. Either way it go, if I'm taking the side, it's gonna be Tampa Bay or nothing. I'll just get a pitcher lean towards Tampa Bay. Okay. So they getting ready to nerf some shit. People done woke up and start hitting these lines. Yeah. Um, Oakland Athletics and Washington Nationals here. Not looking to bet this game here, but I am looking at Irvin, and I was looking at his outs over here on Pride on DraftKings. Unless they didn't bring it out, but if they come out at 17 and a half, sign me up. I'll take it. All right, if it come out at 17 and a half, sign me up. Irvin has hit this number and he's hit this number in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 straight games, and he's had multiple 7 and 8 inning outings there. So I'd imagine his outs are going to come out at around 18.5 with the hook on it. All right. So 18 point, that hook always comes to haunt me. 17 and a half. I don't give a fuck if it's a parlay piece or whatever the case may be. I'm jumping on it. As far as Irvin on prize picks here, and then McClanahan, I can't talk you off that 44 and a half. I ain't gonna lie, he might come out there and shine. Strikeouts for McClanahan are gonna be up on prize picks. It's gonna get it at 8. On FanDuel, you get it at 7.5. You got a better number there. Irvin, strikeouts, this Washington team, they don't strike out a ton, but Irvin strikeouts sitting there at 4. All right. Irvin does know how to go out there and get you 1 or 2 strikeouts, but he does give up runs. If he's not giving up runs, he should be able to hit his strikeout prop at least push at 4. All right, so that's something we can look at there. Okay. Let's keep it moving back to FanDuel Sportsbook. Chicago Cubs at Toronto Blue Jays over under 8. We got Stroman on the mound. We got Gosman on the mound. I'm not betting the Cubs in this spot. If I do bet this game, and that's if I do bet this game, I'm going to have to lean towards Toronto Blue Jays. That's it. That's all. I'm going to keep it moving. Seattle Mariners at Detroit Tigers here. We got an over under 8 in this spot here. I expect the Seattle to win this game. I like the outs for Kirby. I like strikeouts for Kirby. All right. We're going to look at prize picks first this time. It's going to get Kirby's strikeout prop is going to come out at what? And I know Kirby's right there staring at me in my face. 5.5. I'm gonna take a stab at it. Detroit, Detroit at home versus righties, worst in the league. Okay, so I'm taking the strikeouts. It's not an official play. I'm definitely gonna take a strikeouts over here at 5.5 on Prize Picks. Because Prize Picks is a dope site. You can afford to lose some. The maximum picks are 5. You can lose 1 and still turns out to be a plus 100. My favorite pick is a two-legger, and that's equivalent to plus 200 on the books, no matter which picks you take there. Okay, so I like that. When the outs come out, I'm interested to see what the outs are. 17.5 minus 160 parlay piece. Let me get that. All right, outs on DraftKings. I'll take the over 17.5 outs in this spot here. They're just gonna have to fuck me up. All right. It's strikeout prop on FanDuel. It's going to be looking like I forgot what the strikeout prop is on FanDuel. I think it's still 5.5 as well. It might be juiced. I don't know how juiced it is. We're getting ready to see right now. He's hit this number in 4 out of his last 5 games. Whatever it's going to be, we'll see. 5.5 minus 144, favorite to the over there. All right, so if I'm picking a side, it's going to be Seattle, but more than likely, I'm probably going to go to some Ks for him or alternate some Ks and put him in one of my strong 3 or 4 leg parlays. Probably alter him down to about 5 or something like that. So I'm giving you guys a little insight on how I'm gonna do things all across the board. All right. Los Angeles Dodgers at New York Mets here. To keep it short and simple, New York Mets, we got to bring out Walker here, and then Haney on the mound for the Dodgers. We got over under 8.5 in this spot. Dodgers minus 142 favorites here. I think the value is going to be on the Knicks. I mean the Knicks on the Mets here. I know Haney's been striking motherfuckers out left and right, but he got 10 strikeouts back to back versus Milwaukee. We know they strike out a ton versus lefties, especially if you got the shit, to strike a motherfucker out with. Now, prior to that, he's got, 3 and 5 Ks versus, San Diego and KC. Struck out San Francisco 7 times. I mean, he had 7 Ks versus San Francisco, which they do K a lot versus lefties. So, he's basically taking advantage of his matchup. So, this Mets team might have the ability to come out here and get him. I'm iffy on this Dodgers game, to tell you the truth here. It might be a stay away for me. I mean, I could probably find these numbers elsewhere. You guys got something on this game? Let me know. Colorado Rockies at Atlanta Braves here. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot here. Urena on the mound, Fried on the mound. It's hard to find some value here. Atlanta Braves are hefty favorites here. Max Fried on the mound, and this Colorado team. I wanted to take his strikeout prop on the books, but he's not a super duper big strikeout guy. Okay, so it took a long ass time for that shit to load up. Let me close out some of these tabs, man. What the hell? Hope that helps. Other than that, I can't do nothing else. Either way it goes, yeah, 5 here. If I'm taking the strikeout prop, I'm gonna take it on Prize Picks where I can afford to at least get a push or something like that. 5 Ks. If I'm taking it, I'll go here. His fantasy score is going to be sitting at um, 39.5, which is something that's doable. But my most favorite bet for him is probably going to come in the outs category, and we'll get his outs. See, they taking motherfuckers up and down. Let me refresh this real fast. Yeah, so they're taking people down, man. They nerfing them because money coming in. It's early in the morning, and I'm usually doing my podcast at night when the lines are fresh, and that's a major key. He's had 5 strikeouts or better in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight games there. So I'll be interested in this outs, though. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll be interested in this outs. So it's a lot of candidates that I'm interested in for outs today. So like I said, I imagine his out's going to come out at 18.5. I'm going to have to take a stab at that. That's going into the 6th inning and getting me 1 out in the 7th. So I'll be interested in that for sure. All right. Yeah, it is Atlanta Braves are nothing for me in this spot here, and that's what makes a site like Caesars so decent, for me, because I can do same game parlays over here, and I don't have to go. I know, they give you the option to toss in outs. I can't stress this enough. Going over here to a team like we just said, and we're gonna get some more games, but if I go to same game parlay. I expect I could come over here and I could take because I like them for money line parlays, run line straights. I'm just trying to get to plus money here or something like that. I could take Atlanta, and then I could go down and take the outs. Let me see, outs recorded 18.5. Although this should be a straight bet, what I'm saying, a minus 111, you get good decent number on that. 18.5, I don't mind that. I toss that in there, get it a plus 124, and be gone with it. You know what I'm saying? Or just take it straight up at a minus 111, which would be, okay with me as well. You know what I'm saying? So, that's something that, we can look at right there. All right. So that's why Caesars is so important to me, Yeah. Yeah. Um, let's see. Next game I want to talk about here. I expect runs to be put up in this Boston Red Sox and Minnesota game. That's all I can put it. That's how I'm going to put it. Astros at Texas Rangers here. We got an over under 7.5 in this spot. I'm gonna tell you like this. I think this will be the fourth time that Valdez faces this Texas team. He's owned them. I think 20 outs. I think he's given up 2 runs or something like that. And I think I wrote it down. 20 innings, 8 Ks in one, 7 Ks in the other, 5 Ks in the other. Uh, I think I think he's in a good. Well, I can't say he's in a good spot. Well, I can say. Well, I'll say this: he's 3-0. I think he's 3-0 against them, and he's been striking their ass out. He hasn't been giving up runs against these guys. Now, on the flip side, Texas, they number 1 in the league last 30 OPS versus lefties. They've been crushing them. All right, they did face Valdez in that time span, and Valdez did get the best of them. I think he had 8 Ks. So, with all that being said, you got good pitching on the mound. That could probably trump a lot of stuff here. I don't know who I'm going to roll with in this spot here. If I had to take a side, it probably would be Houston. But like I said, I don't know, man. Houston, they striking out in the last 30 days versus lefty. They striking out at I think a 14.2. Let me see, a 14.2 K rate versus lefties at home. Let me see. Last 30 days, Texas, 14.6. But they batting 333, man. So they're not striking out. OPS 1,000. Man, I don't know, man. It's crazy. We'll see, though. We'll see. I'm going to just, I don't know what I'm going to do about this one here. It's going to be Houston Astros or nothing for me in this spot. It's probably going to be a stay away from me, okay? Now, Kansas City Royals at Chicago White Sox, over under 7.5 in this spot here. And I'm going to tell you one thing here. We got Giolito on the mound. He gives up home runs. My favorite home run prop from here of the day is going to be Salvador Perez. See if he's in the lineup. I just gave you all Trout the last game. Bam, went out. Either way it goes, Singer here. I'm going to like him for outs, okay? I think this will be the 5th time he faced this team. I think he hit outs in 3 of those, all right? And he struck this team out. I probably don't want to mess with his strikeout. Let's see what his outs are going to come out here on DraftKings, which coincides with Prize Picks when the Prize Picks drop their outs. 18.5. I mean, I can see why it's 18.5. He's hit this number 1, 2, 3 out of his last 6 games. He's hit it frequently throughout the season. Especially, it's there. Against this White Sox team, last time out, he hit it 7.1 innings. So, I guess, he's hit it against this White Sox team twice, actually, so I can't talk you off of that. All right. His strikeout prop could be in play as well. I think his strikeouts are sitting at like 4.5. Let's see. Sitting at 5.5 now. So I probably will bag off of that. I'm looking at his outs. As far as the side, I don't have a side. I can't pick a side in this one. I don't know. I can't pick a side in this one. You know what I'm saying? The value is on Kansas City, but I can't pick a side in this one here. All right. And the outs, I don't know, man. Say 18.5. I don't know. New York Yankees at Los Angeles Angels here. We got over under 8.5 in this spot. Italian on the mound, Myers on the mound. Right off the bat, give me Italian's outs, sitting at 18.5. When it comes out on Prize Picks, I'm going to like it. It's just plain and simple. Now, Italian should get a boost here. 17.5 on the outs. Give me that minus 115. And like I said, we've been picking on this Angels team all season long. They 4th worst versus right-handers in the last 30 days. I think it's about a 27 point something K rate. I think I can go back and look for you guys, but I say this shit every night. You guys already know what we're doing there. All right. Even if you want to alter his case, I think his case is sitting at 5.5. It might be he might come out there hot and get a ladder going against this team, but it is what it is with that situation there. All right. But as far as the side, shit, the way these Yankees been playing, I don't know. You tell me. All right. So 5.5 Italian, which is probably doable, but I probably won't be going there. So I I don't know, man, because y'all don't need, let me see. I don't know, man. He's went over 6Ks twice, no, 3 times this year. So, you know, it is what it is. It might be an altar spot here. All right. Yeah, might be an altar spot, but I do like the outs for him. He's hit this number in 3 of his last 4 games, and including 2 7-inning outings. All right, so that's probably where I'll be finding my value at. All right, yep. Philadelphia Phillies at Arizona Diamondbacks. We had an over under 7. Nola on the mound. Fucking Gallon on the mound, and right off the bat, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like this win for a no runs first inning here. A Nerfy. All right, so you can get the Nerfy over here on Prize Picks, and everywhere else. All right, that's one. Number 2 is Arizona Diamondbacks team versus righties at home. Last 30 days, striking out at a whopping 13%. That's like tops. So they like this, they not striking out, man. That's they not striking out, man. At least the next no, I'm sorry. Versus right hand at home. I'm sorry. That was left hand. Mm. Oh, nothing. Just a 14.2. So they've been doing really, really good. So yeah. But when you got a pitcher coming into town that's got that shit, like Nola's got that shit, I can't talk you off of it, man. I can't talk you off of just going out there giving it a stab. Nola hasn't faced this Arizona team yet. His strikeout prop is sitting at 6.5. Strikeout prop on Prize Picks is probably sitting at a 6.5 as well. And if for the gambling you want to go out there and take a stab at that, be my guest. I would not talk you off of it. On the flip side, the Philadelphia Phillies, they've been striking out. I got something written down here? Let me see. Philadelphia Phillies team, they striking out at a 29.2 K rate on the road last 30. You know what I'm saying? So I can't talk you off that Gallon. All right, if I'm going strictly by the numbers and I'm a numbers guy, it says take Gallon strikeouts over. Now, Gallon, his innings pitched 6, 7, 7, 7, 5, 5, 7, 6, 6, 6, 7. Now, Nola, his innings pitched 9, 5, 8, 6, 6, 6, 8, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 7, 8. All right. So that's what I say. Outside and play for both of these guys. Okay. Now, Philly, they did get some bats back. Guys like Harper and shit like that. So if you want to tip your expectations, be my guest. That's what I'm telling you guys. But if you do like to take outs and things like that, hey, it might be a strikeout thing for. I might take the strikeouts for Gallon, and I might take the outs for Nola. You know what I'm saying? I might have to flip the motherfucking strip here. All right. So, and a place that you can do that here is you can do that on prospects as well. But, you have to wait for the outs to come out, and they'll put them out in another 2, 3, 4 hours from now, or whatever the case may be. But, like I said, you can come over here. I can take both of the outs if I want to. I can't talk you off neither one of these outs. Can't take you off neither one of these out. Then you got strikeouts. And see, that's the beauty of that's total. Okay, 6.5. So let's say you want to take all this shit, 6.5, 5.5, both outs. You can't do that on any other book. Can't do it. Prize Picks, you can do it on Prize Picks, but they don't drop the outline, and then you got to hope they drop the outs that you're looking for. So what if the numbers serve me correctly, I would probably go for Nola's outs, Gallons K's plus 225. Sprinkle a little lunch money on that, and and close my eyes and hope it hits. Either way it goes. Last game on the docket here: San Diego Padres, San Francisco Giants. Over under 7.5. Last time these two teams played, Snell went out there and gave them 11 Ks. San Francisco will strike out versus lefties, although they got Snell's K prop juiced up at 8.5. All right. Webb. Last two times these two teams played, Webb went 8 innings. I don't think Soto, the trades has been made, or whatever the case may be. I don't think the trades have been made. Innings, outs. All right, so look. We got 17.5 for Snell. If I think he can sniff over 7.5 Ks, I might as well go with the outs here at minus 135. That's a high prop for me. 7.5, that's pretty high for me. I know he can do it. Snell, that's my guy, but I don't think I'll be going there. All right. Now, Webb, he does go out and pitch a lot of outs innings for these guys. I might just fade that. I mean, you get it for a plus 135. I might just fade that, okay? If I'm picking any team to win this game, it's going to be San Diego if I'm picking the team here. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here, man. Peace, guys. Good luck today.